Just to give you an idea, I've been really kind of dealing with this so far on the basis of the use of subliminal photography and the learning process. There's so much more. I mentioned over 350 different applications. The part of the brain we're tapping into and teaching you to get directly in touch with, and by the way, this is all transferred from our instructors directly to you. There are no crutches involved. There's no tapes involved. There's nothing that you need from us other than just passing this information to you so you can do it on your own. You'll gain control of your life on a basis you've never dreamed of before by using this process daily. The part of the brain you're dealing with is extremely programmable. As a matter of fact, in it lies all of the experiences, the data, the information that you have ever accumulated since at least the time of birth. And through it, through the conduit of this part of the brain, you're accessing literally universal knowledge, everything that's out there. And this isn't just happening for one or two people, it's happening for hundreds and thousands of people that have gone through this. It's not happening for some that aren't using it. And we have both of those in this audience, I know, because we've had a lot of people from Global Science that have gone through the course. But the ones that are using it are having those results. And it's changing their lives quite dramatically. Automatic byproducts of this process: awareness, perception levels raised quite dramatically, 7 to 10 times the norm. Accelerated learning, 50 to 100 times the average. A need for less sleep, much higher energy level, much better organization, much higher productivity. We see meteoric rises of people in their businesses, in their industries, in their athletic endeavors using this process, using the direct programming in, because the direct programming into this part of the brain is very different from hypnosis. It's very different from any other mind discipline out there on the planet. And how do I know that? Number one, not because I took all these other mind disciplines and went through them. I haven't. On purpose, by the way. Dr. Otto suggested that I did not, that I develop this unto itself, which I have done. But the fact is, we've had people that are 30-year clinical hypnotists. We've had people that have taught TM for years. We've had NLP practitioners from all over the world come through this. We've had literally every other mind discipline involved on the planet come through this course. And what they almost tell us to the person is, this is quicker, it's simpler, there are many more applications, and we get to a different feeling and set in the mind than we have ever reached with the others. Now, it's not a deeper one, a different one. And that's even been able to be measured. I don't know how many people in the room are familiar with a machine called a mind mirror. But the mind mirror was developed in England maybe a dozen years ago or so. And I call it a very sophisticated biofeedback machine. What it basically does is it measures all the 4 levels of brain activity, alpha, beta, theta, and delta, simultaneously as someone is doing any particular activity. And they've measured thousands and thousands and thousands of different activities that people would be doing with a hookup to the machine to see, in fact, what parts of consciousness they are activating and to what degree. When you hook a person up to the machine when they're subliminally photographing, it's the only time they have ever seen this, and it's very consistent. We've done it with many other machines, different locations, different people involved, and so on. It's the only time they have ever seen all 4 levels, alpha, beta, theta, and delta, activated to the maximum capacity on the machine simultaneously. And when you complete subliminal photography, it stops. It drops off. When you continue on, it comes right back on. Something different is happening in the brain dealing with this specific part of it. There is much to learn. I mean, we absolutely are just barely beginning to discover what we're capable of doing. But the answers all are here. We've been told that for literally since the beginning of time. And it's recorded by some people that we kind of look upon as maybe knowing what they're talking about, like Jesus and a few others. But the fact is, do we believe it? Do we really think we have the abilities that, say, Jesus had? Sure, we better, because we do. And he's the first one that told us that. And in fact, he went on to tell us we have a lot more. And we're just beginning to find out what we're capable of. This whole global science convention is pointing out a multitude of ways that we can advance ourselves